Once you're in the program, you have the option to create a brand new database from scratch. So you would pick a name of whatever it is you want, type it in this window here and hit save, and then you would have a completely blank brand new database. And all of these tabs, once you do that, are going to disappear. I'm not going to show you how to do that in this particular video, but in other videos that's covered. Anyway, the next thing you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to load a source. I've got just some demo images here, and that's going to load up all of the images that you're going to see down here in these thumbnails. You can go through them one at a time by clicking the right and left arrow keys to do that, or you can click on an individual. You can scroll across the bottom of the screen and select whatever images that you have recently just opened. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to select your main tabs across the top. We've got overall, we've got body, cooling, frame, and you'll notice whenever I click on one of these, something opens up over here. We got hail, mechanical, interior, electric, lighting. One of the things that you're going to have to get used to, and it won't take you very long to do so, is to understand and try to remember where things are in the program to get to them quickly so that you save yourself a bunch of time. In this particular case, this image is a rear bumper. So we click on this, and you'll notice as soon as I click on any one of these in this column here, another set of buttons come up. And in this particular image here, you'll notice also the camera. When you click on these images down here in the thumbnails, the camera has named this Sam 80. As soon as you click on rear bumper, it replaces the Sam 80 that was here. Now your next thing, when you want to rename this, is, okay, we've got paint damages or we got bumper damages. You're going to click on one of these. But before you do this, you need to select your destination folder. And in this, we're just going to use test output. So we have our bumper, and we hit bumper damages. Then we go to our test output folder, and there's our image in our output folder here. So the program will leave the original images alone that came from this folder here, your source folder, for the most part, except for the ones that you rename. It did rename this one here in the source folder, but the image is still here. It didn't move it, didn't delete it, didn't change anything on that. So the next thing you need to do is figure out whether or not you want to add annotations to anything. There is another option here. If you want to add annotations to the program, you simply select this button here. And in here, you have the choice of selecting an arrow, a square, or a circle. You can also change the color of whatever it is that you want to change to. In this case, we'll make this one here yellow. You can move this program, a little icon, out of the way if you want to, or you can close it, and then you drag out your arrow wherever it is you want it, and you're done. Now you hit save, it's going to drop you back into the program, and then you've got an arrow indicating that you're pointing at, or you can use anything else. You can add more things to it if you want to. You can go ahead and come in here and select a circle or a square, and in this case the default is going to be red. You can move these around any way you want. Once you save it, you cannot come back in here and move them around anymore. If you right click, you can get rid of something that you don't like, but the ones that are already saved you can't do anything with. They're saved. They're in the program. If you come in here and you add an annotation and you don't want to save that, you can just hit the X up here and come out of it. Now this one's saved because I saved it from the last time I was in here. However, that is the annotation part of it. You can add certain things to highlight miscellaneous things here and there in the program with arrows, boxes, and squares. Or circles, I'm sorry. A good example of using the annotations would be this image here. Pretty much you just got an overview of under the hood on this particular vehicle. However, there is a kink in this AC line right here, which a little bit hard to pick out. So this is an excellent point to use these arrows and these annotations, and it's a perfect example of highlighting something that is kind of small in an overall larger image. So go ahead and you can save that. It comes back in here, and then you just go ahead and do your renaming on it at that point. The thing that will slow you down a little bit at first until you learn the program is where things are in the database. In this particular case, you're going to want to go to cooling and select the cooling over here. You've got your image for your kinked AC line, and your AC line damages are here. So you've got different selections to run through in here. And of course the database is not totally 100% complete, but it is a pretty good database for auto body damages. This is something that has been put together over a period of time, and you'll find getting your way around in the program, familiar with it basically, is something that is going to be pretty quick to learn, but once you do, you'll be in good shape, and you'll be able to just pop through all of the top ones here, any one of these, and run through and go ahead and pick out the different things. Just a basic overview in the back of your mind where things are located throughout the database, and you'll get pretty proficient at it pretty quick. You'll notice that the buttons that you have selected change color. So I'm currently in electric and lighting, and also in wiring harness, and we have an actuator on the screen here, and of course you can select this actuator as well. However, there are other tutorials. If you come up to the help here and hit the help button and then select this button here, it'll take you to a website, a video page where there are a number of other tutorials that you can watch on exactly how to use this program, add new databases, customize databases, how to edit these. And in fact, I'll give you just a quick overview here. If you didn't like the word driveline, you wanted to change it to something else, you would just type in what you want there. It will go away. You have to come back. If you wanted to bulk add into this, you've got a list. Whatever you put into these columns here, I'm not going to add any in there right now, they will show up over here. Now the program is going to sort them. However, the program does that. You can't change these in here. You can't edit the database. You can create and add to the database from within the program here by changing any one of these things. You can also delete. If you didn't want oil cooler, you can delete that out of there or rename it. And when you delete this one here, it will delete these two in the names list column over here as well. So if you don't want to lose what's over here, you don't delete anything over here. And the same for the top. If you wanted to delete one of these up here, it will delete everything in this column here as well. And of course, it will also, anything in this column that is deleted deletes everything in this column over here. So you want to be careful with that, not to just come in here and delete things. Now to add to this, all you got to do is add another button here, and whatever you type in here, and in this particular case we'll put in just junk, and we'll hit save, and now we've got junk with a completely empty database. And if I want to put in anything at all in that right column, we will just put in junk and junk number 2. We hit save. Now don't hit save twice. You only want to hit save once. Now you select junk, and you've got 2 different buttons in here. Now on this particular one, we'll just put junk in again because we're going to delete this, and then we'll put in junk 3. We're going to save it. Do not hit save twice, and now you've got your 2 junks over there. This one has nothing under it, and we're going to delete this one to get rid of it, and it will get rid of everything that was underneath junk. Anyway, that is the basics of the program, how to use it. It is very fast at renaming things. You can go through this program pretty quick and do a lot of different things, and get yourself familiarized with how it works. There's also a pre-repair unrelated prior damage thing here. You will notice that this one here, it says pre-repair unrelated, and I've wiped out this over here, which was the name of the Hemi-CUDA automatically. You don't see the full wording that is here in this, but when you select one, the full wording, if it runs off the edge of the button up here, you can just click on it and it'll show you what that is over here. And then in this column you've got, let's say, overlapping damages or scratches. These are unrelated damages, and what this will do, let's just say we put scratches in there and we come back to that image, it has put in unrelated repair damages scratches. You can also use this program in there to, pinpoint, put an arrow on something or whatever. And this would be something that an auto body shop would use to show particular pre-existing damages that are not loss related. Certain things around the vehicle that if a customer were to come back and say that wasn't there before, you can pull up these images and show that, look, we did take these pictures, and those things were there prior. So anyway, this is the basic overview. Again, going to the tutorial page, there are a number of different videos that you can run through, and it'll teach you more about the program.